Okay, so now we are going to discuss central retinal artery occlusion. Central retinal artery occlusion. As already I mentioned that eyeball has arterial supply from ophthalmic artery. Ophthalmic artery gives its branch known as central retinal artery. This one is ophthalmic artery and it gives branch central retinal artery. When this central retinal artery becomes occluded, so the condition is known as central retinal artery occlusion. Most common risk factors for central retinal artery occlusion are hypertension, atherosclerosis, arteriosclerosis, and the infarction occurs. Central retinal artery occlusion causes infarction due to occlusion of the artery because of embolism, because of embolus. This embolus dislodged from central retinal ophthalmic artery and comes into central retinal artery and causes obstruction. Obstruction leads to infarction and stasis. Infarction and stasis, and there is no blood supply to the eyeball, results into sudden loss of vision. Patient will complain that he has sudden loss of vision. He cannot see the things. Okay, so the risk factors are hypertension, arteriosclerosis, atherosclerosis, and embolus comes from ophthalmic artery into central retinal artery, and it causes sudden loss of vision, infarction, and peripheral vision is lost, but central vision may continue because of central capillaries are supplying to the central area, so central vision may be normal. Now examination, fundal examination shows there is the contracted veins and red spot, pale optic disc. Fundoscopy or fundus examination shows pale optic disc. Because of lack of blood supply, optic discs become pale. Another will be the red spot, cherry red spot. Observation: cherry red spots on retina and contracted veins. Because no blood is coming into eyeball and less return from eyeball results in contracted vein. Pupillary examination will show there will be no pupillary reaction. No pupillary reaction and cherry red spots. On retina. Now what will be the treatment for central retinal artery occlusion? The treatment will be paracentesis, eyeball massage, and removal of embolism, removal of embolus, dislodge or disintegrate embolus to lower intraocular pressure, and ocular massage to dislodge emboli, and isosorbide nitrate sublingually is given to increase the diameter of vessel, is a vasodilator as embolus is dislodged. Inhalation of mixture of 5% carbon dioxide and 95% oxygen to help relieve angiosperm. Streptokinase, retrobulbar, tolizolene injections are given to dislodge the embolus. Now coming to the normal physiology, that ophthalmic artery gives branch central retinal artery, which is occluded by embolus. Now to this relief embolus, how we will treat this patient? We will give the patient isosorbide dinitrate. Isosorbide dinitrate to cause vasodilation to dislodge the embolus. Another treatment is ocular massage. Paracentesis, acetazolamide, inhaled mixture of 5% carbon dioxide and a 95% O2 oxygen to relieve angiospasm, or we can surgically remove the embolus to relieve this obstruction. So in this pattern we treat the patient of central retinal artery occlusion. Isosorbide dinitrate, ocular massage, paracentesis, acetazolamide is given, 5% carbon dioxide and 95% oxygen, or retrobulbar tolazolene injection. Tolazolene injection is given to the patient to relieve this obstruction. In this way we will treat the patient of central retinal artery occlusion.